So, right, July 20th, 2000, a Douglas C-47 Skytrain, a variant of the Douglas DC-3, crashed in a wooden pine forest on the island of New Providence here in the Bahamas. Registered as November 54 Alpha Alpha to Allied Air Freight Incorporated, this 56-year-old cargo charter aircraft was operating a VFR flight for Caribbean Air from Nassau to Freeport, Grand Bahama, right here in the Bahamas. Flying that day was Captain Herbert Waite and co-pilot Philip Hansen. Waite was ATP rated and Hansen was commercially rated. For the most part, everything was normal in the lead up to the departure. With all pre-checks completed, the aircraft taxied and lined up on runway 14 at the then Nassau International Airport at approximately 1:06 p.m. The flight was given their takeoff clearance, and so began their journey. However, during the initial climb at around 250 feet above the ground, the pilots lost their left engine. According to initial reports, shortly after takeoff from runway 14, one of the pilots advised the tower that they would have to shut down the right engine and return for an emergency landing on runway 14. It's not clear as to whether the pilots knew if there was a problem with the left engine or not. Moments later, the aircraft radioed back to the tower and stated, "We're going down." The aircraft lost altitude and crashed into trees just south of the airport. Actually, to be more exact, the aircraft crashed about 2 miles from the airport just east of the extended centerline of runway 14. It burst into flames as it broke apart, and according to initial reports, the only recognizable parts of the plane were the wings, which were about 50 feet apart. It stated that the flight lasted just under 5 minutes. One of the pilots was thrown from the plane, and the other was still trapped in a seat, though it's not stated to which pilot was which. However, it was noted that the co-pilot, Philip Hansen, was burned beyond recognition. After the crash, the Bahamas Civil Aviation Authority stated the two pilots of the DC-3 were heroes, as the pilots opted to crash in the trees rather than a populated area, which is less than 500 feet from the crash site. So I've been wanting to do this video for quite some time, and I never could get around to doing it up until recently, where I finally had time. And me being my casual self, I look on Google Maps just to see my island and areas that surrounded me, and I took notice that the area of the crash site is being cleared to make room for this new residential area that is coming in the near future. And that prompted me to, get my act together and actually try and attempt to make my way towards that area. But unfortunately, as you can see with this montage footage of me making the grand attempt to get in the back there, I failed, and nothing much I can do about that. I am gonna have to call this a failure because there's absolutely no way I can get in the back there. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop, because even though I can't get there, I'm gonna try my best to get some type of notice from the constituency office and maybe Ministry of Works, because at least near that site, if not directly on the site, I want to see some type of memorial, some type placement that signifies, hey, this was a site of a plane crash, and not just a plane crash, but these two heroes that were self-proclaimed way back when, who saved lives, because it could have ended in a far worse than what actually happened. So I'm gonna work towards that. If someone who's watching this want to help out, then I'm grateful for the help, and yeah, that's pretty much it. There's other plane crashes on this island that I also want to investigate or just briefly explain, but I'll get to that later. But if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. So yeah, peace.